we just might be seeing a return of Welcome Home just pop up on our screens here. So I thought I would make a video about the PlayStation Home trademark renewal. I don't know if you guys heard. I've been talking to with several of you guys back and forth about the news, and for some of you guys who played PlayStation Home back then, and I just thought I'd make a video just to share it. And if you haven't heard of this game, it was basically like one of the best social games that you can get on, make friends, connect, and get to know people one on one. And from there, you guys can play different games outside of PlayStation Home together and share your taste of games, movies, all types of stuff, and make different connections and stuff like that. And I think that's what really made PlayStation Home a really cool place to be a part of, only on the PlayStation 3. Now, it's been 6 years and it closed down March 31st of 2015. And I don't know if you guys remember, I even have an old playlist of some of the old videos of some of my favorite spaces and going to as many spaces as I could before it shut down. And in this video, I'm just going to share some of my favorite memories and just talk about it a little bit. And you guys can feel free to share your favorite memories of PlayStation Home and what you think this means for the fact that Sony has renewed the trademark for PlayStation Home. And we have all these different games that have tried to come out with their own games and different things like that. And something I want to just mention real quick, there's something going on with this game as far as the servers. I crashed in my personal space just really quickly. I've been in a server queue on this game in the personal space just trying to connect to the server. Even the game itself crashed. It never crashed in a personal space before. And the fact that I've been in loading loops in the personal space, if you can believe that, this game needs to be updated badly. So that's how just what I've been experiencing, just trying to get on here today, just to discuss it. But I'm really excited for this, and I'm in this place that looks almost identical to the Harbor Studios. So I thought this would be the perfect place to try to talk about it and share the information. Now, cut those two rooms off, and then the upstairs, it has an extra upstairs above, another floor above us, besides this one. This was the regular or original Harbor Studios, basically. And once you come out here, you're just gonna immediately get those PlayStation Home vibes. This is the first personal space that you get, and you get it free once you get on to Nebula Realms and of many other places that you can purchase. But this is just a regular home area that you can go for your character when you get on Nebula Realms, and see how it looks almost identical to Harbor Studios. You just think about that space immediately. And that was the first space that they ever showed when they went and first debuted it, the PlayStation Home, to the audience, or showed it to the public. It was at E3, if you guys remember. And it took most of the majority of the show, outside of the other new releases and games and announcements that they had for their conference for Sony. So I think with the PlayStation Home trademark renewal, I'm excited, and it brings all the possibilities together for maybe a possible remake, but that doesn't guarantee anything. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, and we all should just wait and see what happens. There's nothing wrong with being excited. I personally am excited to see what they do with this, and it makes me think, why would they even renew the trademark after all this time, 6 years later, down the road? And now it's perfect because this is the only the beginning and the start of the next generation of gaming for the PlayStation 5. So maybe PlayStation Home, or at least for me, it makes me think PlayStation Home is probably going to be making a return on PlayStation 5. It could be PlayStation Home 2. It could be a complete reboot of PlayStation Home. And just imagine all these games that they came out with all these different titles and all the games that we love, from Ratchet and Clank, um, Killzone. It's so many different titles that they came out with, and all those different crossovers that they had from PlayStation Home with Konami Penthouse, the Star Wars Cantina space, and Hudson Gate. That's just some of my favorites. Hudson Gate with Bomberman, with a playable Bomberman minigame. They even had Sonic Adventure crossovers with gear that you could purchase with shirts and stuff like that that you could get. You could get access to all types of different things in the game, and just to imagine all these different crossovers that they can put together with Horizon Zero Dawn and all the new upcoming titles that they could do, they could bring all those different characters and have those as public spaces in the new version of PlayStation Home. And I'm curious to see what spaces you guys would like to see and some of your favorite memories. Maybe it doesn't even have to be all the new characters that we have with their own iconic spaces for the public on PlayStation Home. They could be turned into personal spaces. They can turn into little different clubs that you can go to and all types of different things. All those possibilities and all those returning spaces, like the video game arcade that I like from the bowling alley, Glittering Sands Beach, and just all these different places. The Midway Carnival, I love that place. It's just so many different spaces that I really enjoyed from PlayStation Home, and just all those possibilities of those things making a return, it really gets you excited. So it's all the possibilities are definitely there, but just like I mentioned, it just doesn't guarantee anything. But I don't think they would just definitely take the time to renew the trademark without bringing some sort of game. Now I don't know if it's only going to be on PlayStation 5, but I think it would be cool as a VR experience, not even just for PlayStation 5. They can make it out and make it available for PSVR if they want to. And when it comes to this game, places like Cutter Ridge Estate, this is from PlayStation Home. And some of you guys already recognize this. You got all these different things that's in the game that's from PlayStation Home, and even with the ability to do locomotions, for example. And look at this. We're talking about PlayStation Home today. See, you got these different locomotions that you can have, and even has the home logo. See, similar to the welcome home map from the beginning that I showed y'all. See, it just brings all those memories back, and just other developers and other different games have taken the time to make things similar to it and their own ideas as well with pets and stuff like that. You guys remember all this stuff. You get pets to follow you around. You could dance. But it's so many different dances they can it's just so many different things that they can do in this game. But I'm excited to see what they do. But this is only just a start. This is definitely going to bring a new light to PlayStation Home. But we're going to have to see what they do and just wait. But we don't know what's going to possibly be able to happen in regards to the trademark renewal. Are they even going to make it, or did they just do it just to claim it as their own? Are they even thinking about a new project that they want to make for this game? But there's so many things that Sony can probably make happen with all these connections. And with all these new games that have come out, all the possibilities are there, different crossovers. And with PlayStation 5 only being out for a few months, anything is possible. But I'm curious to see what some of you guys think in the comments. If you guys want to share your reactions, maybe you haven't heard of PlayStation Home, and that's okay. You wouldn't even have to comment at all. And maybe this game is not your cup of tea for these type of social games to come on and hang out with friends online if you like to. And just something else I want to just be able to share just to wrap up. Look what's going on around the world right now with the outbreak. People being forced to stay home, being on lockdown. Just imagine what it can do. You know, how many people can be able to play, connect with different people from all over the world, and get to know one another. I think it's going to spike. PlayStation Home returning, these kind of games are perfect because you get to chill and you don't really have to go anywhere. You can hang out with your friends on here, play with mini games, and just have fun, socialize, talk about anything, sports, and all the things that's going on around the world. And it's just perfect for the current situation of the entire world to really come out with a brand new game so everyone could be able to connect with one another. And with all these different spaces that we can go to, look at all these spaces that's in this game. It's so much more they can do with PlayStation Home being brought back to life legitimately. And all these different things you can have access to from the shops. And just to share, you got these different shops of houses and stuff like that. PlayStation Home can get all this stuff with different inspired games of crossovers and stuff like that. But I just wanted to take the time to share and talk about it. But let me know what you guys think about the PlayStation Home trademark renewal. But for me, I'm excited for it. But I guess I'm gonna kick back and see what they do. And it doesn't guarantee the return of PlayStation Home. It's definitely gonna bring a lot of possibilities and some light upon home, I would say, with it being able to possibly make a return for PlayStation 5 and for the next generation of games.